FedEx Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the 6. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off play action. Strong. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second and 5. Cousins. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun on third down. Strong. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, Strong. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Back to throw again. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They'll send Gordon in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Strong. He sets to fire deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing on first down. Strong. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Following the interception, Cousins forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run now for Nwangu. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On the give is Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he'll go down at the 28. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Cousins on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the third quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On the give, McAllister with it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Cousins now on second down.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. Jalen Rager, touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Nwangu, and he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
39 yards there, a big one. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as...
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Slide for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
I'm coming after you. Mike, check 33. 33. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Slam, slam. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
A handoff to McAllister. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. They'll run with Robinson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Commanders are going to win this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Washington, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.